evening to you and welcome. It's Thursday, 26th September 2024. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this evening, RISEC flags off voters register ahead of 5th October local government election. Floods displaced residents of Okilton Estate, NTA Mwoba, Obiakpo. Rivers State Environment Commissioner assures flooding won't disrupt school activities. Federal government to mark Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary with low-key events. On the foreign scene, scores of children, women drown while celebrating Hindu religious festival in India. I am Constance Irele Mega. I'll bring you the details after this break. Do stay tuned. And now the news in detail. The Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISEC, has unveiled the voters' register that will be used for the 5th October local government elections in Rivers State. Now, addressing journalists during the flag-off ceremony at Ward 2, Unit 10 and 11 in Rumodara Town Hall in Obiakpo local government area, the chairman of the commission, Justice Adolfo Senebeli, said the commission received the voters' register from INEC before any legal issues came up.
The 6th Commission, under my charge, were very proactive. A wise man can never be taken unawares. We are proactive, we follow due process. Even before the cases went to court, we have liaised with INEC. The correspondence idea, that is it. It is the gift of patience, planning. I am not a last-minute man. I plan ahead. And so all these things were concluded since last year. The correspondence idea. The display of the register will be carried out in all the 6,866 polling units in the 22 local government areas of Rivers State.
Well, the RISEC chairman also said other security agencies will partner with the commission to ensure a violent-free election if the Nigeria Police and DSS refuse to provide security during the election. A retired Justice Enebeli also assured voters, traditional rulers and politicians that the commission will not take sides with any political party.
You wait and see security agencies that were SSS and the police. There are other security agencies.
We want a peaceful and violent-free election. Security agents are allowed to deal with Israel and those planning to foment trouble. We as a commission have constantly pledged and demonstrated our resolve to offer a level playing field to all the parties and their members of all the political parties can attest to the fact that we have been open and fair in our dealings with this. Let me assure you and the good people of Rivers State that their votes must count. We have pledged to live by our oath of office.
Meanwhile, Correspondent Soibio Ruware reports that the paramount ruler of Rumodara, John Amadi, youth leader and opinion leaders, including women representatives who witnessed the ceremony, urged RISEC to remain impartial in the conduct of the local government election in the area.
But I have confidence that this time around we have a governor that is God-fearing. That after this election on 5th of October, he allowed the popular person to win. As I'm standing here, I have 3 of my sons contesting for our own councillorship for Ward 2.
We have been hearing news that the election might not go, so there have been fears and anxiety all over the place. And with this exercise we have come to do today in Rumodara is a reassurance that this election will hold. And with what we are seeing on ground, we are sure and we know that you're fully prepared for the election.
We women Rumodara are learning this. We are promising you people that on that day will come en masse.
Meanwhile, the Rivers State chapter of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, says it is concerned that 1 week to the conduct of the local government election, the State Independent Electoral Commission is yet to accredit journalists that will cover and monitor the election. In a statement after its congress yesterday, the chairman of NUJ, Job Stanley, reminded RISEC of the critical role of the media and frowned at the lack of communication from the commission since the electoral process started. Now, the statement also advised security agencies to provide adequate protection for journalists during the election. Now, it also advised journalists to be vigilant while covering the election and not allow themselves to be used by politicians to spread false information or escalate tensions. Away from that, residents of Okilton Estate, NTA Mwoba Road, behind Rumokuta Girls Secondary School, say floods have forced them to abandon their homes. In an interview with our correspondents, the residents said those who cannot afford to relocate were trapped and their properties destroyed.
Back of Rumokuta Girls means Okilton Estate, but we are not seeing the estate. The water, in fact, is river. We need help.
Water they disturb us well. No car they pass. All here the field of water. No fee pass. No bike. Keke who they use here. Water they cover. So let government come and help us. We will even use rain boot. Look at rain boot in my leg. Water will cover the rain boot.
Sometimes when it's raining, the flood is much. The thing entered my house and spoiled all my goods and my speaker. Please, we just need help. There is no proper drainage around here. Let the government come and help us.
I have a shop in this place. When it's raining, nobody's entering, nobody's going out. And once it's rainy season, we don't make sales. Government should come and help us.
Now, another resident, simply identified as Mr. Frank, said the flooding is as a result of government action.
We used to have a passageway that leads to NTA Road through Rumokuta Girls. The government fenced off Rumokuta Girls. The water used to flow from here into Rumokuta because they have a proper drainage system in Rumokuta Girls. After the fencing of Rumokuta Girls, the whole of the water that is supposed to pass through Rumokuta Girls into NTA Road has stopped flowing. There used to be a police station in that area, but that police station is shut down because there's no access road anymore. The whole of the buildings in that place is deserted now.
Well, the residents are calling for government intervention. Meanwhile, the Rivers State Commissioner for Environment, Sidney Bara, has assured that flooding will not affect school activities in flood-prone areas. The commissioner said this in an interview on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire. Well, he said adequate provision has been made to ensure that all students attend school in flood-prone communities. And he also spoke about the flood committee's intention to create alternative water channels to reduce flooding.
Yeah, I can assure you that no student will be out of school because of flood, because alternative management will immediately be put in place in such places to ensure that they still continue their academic game. We are going to have relief materials. Any area that is affected, we are going to have relief materials. That is a sure bet.
Now also speaking, Mr. Bara said the Flood Prevention and Management Committee will be replicated in every local government area. Moving on, the Rivers State Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Peter Amede, says the 2025 budget proposal will take care of the shocks that may come from the conflicts around the world. Now, the commissioner said this while addressing journalists at the end of the 6th Executive Council meeting held at the Government House in Port Harcourt today. Now, he also assured that the 2025 budget will put the state on a path to development.
The medium-term expenditure framework has projected such that we are going to have a budget that is going to be expansionary, because the figure we are looking at is greater than the figure for 2024. And because the figure is greater, it means that the delivery from the state government to the people of Rivers State is going to meet a lot of expectations, such that Rivers people will be proud that they have a government that cares for them. So by the time the budget of 2025 is properly implemented, Rivers State will actually be put on the path of growth and development.
Also speaking, the head of service, George Nweke, said the state government has extended the retirement age of teachers from 60 to 65 years.
Before now, teachers retire at the attainment of 60 years age or 35 years of service to Nigeria. But this new law now has elongated the service of teachers by 5 extra years, so that teachers will now retire at the attainment of 65 years or 40 years of service, whichever comes first. So today, the school has approved this particular domestication of these new service years for teachers in Rivers State.
The youth wing of Ndigbo community in Rivers and Bayelsa states will mark the first ever Igbo Youth Week on Friday, 27th September 2024 in Port Harcourt. In a statement, the president of Igbo Youths in Rivers and Bayelsa states, Maurice Okpara, said the non-political event aims to promote Igbo culture and honor individuals making significant contributions to youth development.
Echika, tomorrow is greater. That is the theme of our historic Igbo Youth Week, happening this Friday, September 27th, 2024, here in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. I'm thrilled to invite you to this momentous celebration, making a new era for Igbo youths in Rivers and Bayelsa states. Our event is non-political. It focuses solely on promoting our rich Igbo culture, organizing outstanding contributions to youth development, and empowering our community.
Mr. Okpara also said the highlight of the event would be an award conferment on the Rivers State Governor Siminala Ifuwara and his counterparts from the 5 southeastern states.
The event highlights include Meritorious Award, Merit Award, Exceptional Leaders, including the Rivers State Governor State and the other governors 5 southeastern states. Traditional cultural display showcasing our heritage, beauty contests highlighting Igbo talent and beauty, business and career mentorship seasons for youth empowerment, inspirational talks and workshops for personal growth. We are honoring outstanding individuals who have made significant impact in our community, including politicians and top industry players. Join us at Azmi Place, Abacha Road, Port Harcourt, starting at noon.
Still to come, federal government to mark Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary with low-key activities. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back, and now to the rest of the news. As Justice Kekere Ekun prepares to assume duty as the Chief Justice of Nigeria, some legal practitioners want her to ensure that the judiciary remains the hope of the common man. While speaking with correspondent Emeka Otuka, lawyer Emmanuel Okpala said he expects the new CJN to ensure consistency in court rulings, particularly at the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court.
The new Chief Justice of Nigeria should ensure that there is independence of judiciary from the other arms of government. Ensure that there is consistency in the judgment of the court, especially the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, because these are the courts of final resort for the common man, and not only the common man, but for every citizen of Nigeria. And ensure that the judgments coming out from the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court are consistent with judicial precedents. Definitely there will be clarity, there will be fairness, there will be justice for the common man.
Well, Mr. Okpala, who is also the former chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association Port Harcourt branch, called on the CJN to improve the welfare of judges. Another lawyer, Charles Mbaba, called on the incoming CJN to discipline erring judges in order to sanitize the judiciary.
New Chief Justice of the Federation has to work closely with the NBA, the Attorney General of the Federation, to ensure that the constitutional amendment is done, and then internal restructuring of the judiciary, sanitizing the judiciary, which I know that the NJC over the years has been trying its best to sanitize the judiciary by disciplining erring judges, in order for us to have a reform in the judicial system.
The chairman governing council at the Rivers State University, Justice Mary Peter Odili, has called on magistrates to play a key role in shaping societal values by promoting justice, tolerance, respect, and the rule of law. Justice Peter Odili made these remarks during the second biennial conference of the Magistrate Association of Nigeria, Rivers State, held in Port Harcourt yesterday. Now, the retired Supreme Court Justice was represented by AIG Hilda Ibifuru.
As magistrates, you are entrusted with the task to ensure that the scales of justice are balanced and that all individuals, regardless of their background, are treated with fairness and dignity.
Well, AIG Bifuru, however, called on the Rivers State judiciary to improve the working conditions at the magistrates level. Well, the chairman of the Magistrates Association of Nigeria, Rivers State branch, Collins Godfrey Ali, also spoke. Well, our correspondent reports that the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Simeon Amadi, the State Commissioner for Justice, and Attorney General Dagogo Iboroma were among other dignitaries at the conference, which continues today. The federal government says Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary celebration will be low-key. Well, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, told journalists that the low-key celebration is in line with the mood of the nation.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
At least 46 people, including 37 children and 7 women, drowned while celebrating a Hindu religious festival in eastern India. A disaster management official said the victims died while ritually bathing in rivers and ponds swollen by recent flooding. Now, the 3-day festival celebrates children's well-being every year and is also marked with mothers fasting for them. Well, that's the news this evening, but before we go, let's take a look at the highlights. You heard that RISEC has flagged off the voters' register ahead of the 5th October local government election. Floods have displaced residents of Okilton Estate along the NTM Woba Axis in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. The federal government says it will mark Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary with low-key events. On the foreign scene, 37 children and 7 women have drowned while celebrating a Hindu religious festival in India. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Constance Irele Mega. Thank you so much for listening. Good evening.